Oh yeah, hospice care is more than you think, which it is. So, a lot of people just presume that hospice care is people dying in bed. It's not. It's like a big firework going off. That's the one thing they see, but everything else is all the way around it. It's just up to you whether you want to go and find it. And when you find it, it's brilliant. I've had a very varied life, put it that way. I've always had 2 or 3 jobs on the go. Started off at 14, working for my Uncle Jim, who owned a company called ProKill. Gardeners Transformers, so I learnt about electronics. I stayed there for 14 years. At the weekends, I did the building work. I was on my way to Spain, believe it or not, in a car full of lads. I had a pain in my groin. I just thought, oh God, what was all that about? It got worse and worse and worse. We stopped off at various places on the way to try and numb the pain. Started taking painkillers, it wasn't going away, so I said, look, we're going to have to go to Southampton A&E. Then I met the consultant and he said to me, you've got stage 2 teratoma, which meant absolutely nothing to a young kid. And I could hear one of my friends saying, my God, he's got Mr. C. That was stuck in my head forever. I was going to the dentist and he goes to me, oh, I'm not happy about what I'm seeing down the back of your throat. And I thought, hey? I goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, I'm just not happy about that. I want to refer you to someone. So I went, okay. I said, well, I've been to the doctors a few times recently. I said, he just keeps saying gargle this and gargle that. He goes, no, I'm not happy with that. So yeah, he referred me to the clinic. And that was the beginning of the diagnosis. And I already knew then when I was having all that, it was what it was. But the radiotherapy is something else. I had the maximum dosage you could have, a human being can hold. I can never have it again. If it comes back, that's it, I can't have it again. Because I am a glow-in-the-dark Pete. I am. If I hadn't have gone to the dentist, if I hadn't had that appointment for that dental work, I would have had to wait another 6 months. That 6 months would have made it too late for them to have done anything. So I wouldn't have had no treatment, no thingy. It would have killed me. Before you go in for your therapy, you're sat in a group, and then this lady comes around and the leaflet's on the table and tells you about Lewis Manning, blah, blah, blah. So it was me to take the first step. And, when they sent me over to Paul, that's where the lady introduced me to the lymphedema side of things, and it went from there. In there, they were showing me how to manipulate my neck and everything to push down your lymph glands, because they don't work anymore. They've been destroyed. Like the roots of a tree, but this bit's been damaged, so you've got to do that work for it. So you need to push down on it. If I don't do that for a week, I look like a bullfrog. I went to them every week for a while until I learnt techniques of what to do and how to do it. I've got no one to talk to. You can't talk to your family. It doesn't work. They're not really interested, well, they are, but they're not. But really, you need to vent. You've got to. And in that phrase, it's good to talk. There's nothing more powerful than that statement, ever. And I knew that I could come and speak and openly talk to her. And it didn't go anywhere, and it's all in private. The first stage for a bloke is getting there, getting through the door. It's like someone taking a massive weight off my shoulder when I came out. If there weren't people like Lewis Manning, the hospice side of things, where would everyone go? And again, like I say, I just hold my hands up and say thank God they were there, because there were times when I was almost breaking. Well, to a lot of people, Lewis Manning is a lifesaver. For me, it was. It gives you hope. When you think you haven't got any, it's just really like someone holding your hand through a very, very difficult time. And sometimes to the end. So, everything really, absolutely, they mean everything.